One of the Saudi bloc's main problems with Qatar centers around Hamas, a Palestinian group which calls itself a resistance movement fighting Israeli occupation. The Saudi bloc considers Hamas a terrorist organization and insists that Qatar should stop supporting them and exile senior Hamas officials taking refuge in Doha. This has drawn sharp criticism from the Arab Street, including citizens of the UAE and Egypt. These are some of the countries that call Hamas a terrorist organization, and these are some of the countries that don't. The European Union's top court took Hamas off its terror list last year, and some Jewish activists are in two minds about the group.
Do you think of Hamas as a terrorist organization?
I think of the United States government as a terrorist organization.
What's your opinion of Hamas, the ruling party in Gaza?
They're no angels. They're definitely not angels.
Would you say they're terrorists?
I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there. It would depend on how terrorism is defined.
Hamas, as per its charter, calls itself a national movement that does not seek war with Jewish people. It won a popular election in the West Bank and Gaza in 2007, but were only allowed to form a government in Gaza. Hamas is still in power in the Strip. Its core ideology, which was revamped earlier this year, calls for the liberation of Palestinian areas that were occupied by Israel in the 1967 war. Though the new position doesn't recognize the state of Israel, it implies to accept another state outside the pre-1967 borders. Israel criticized the media's coverage of the new charter, calling it fake news. So, is Hamas a terrorist organization or is it a liberation movement? This discussion has played out in history elsewhere. Bhagat Singh, a revolutionary leader who fought British colonialism in India, led an armed assault against the British Empire at the peak of colonialism. Similarly, Nelson Mandela founded an armed group in response to South Africa's regressive, pro-apartheid government. Both leaders were initially classified as terrorists, but were eventually celebrated as heroes. Mandela also received the Nobel Peace Prize. Hamas members are engaged in a similar arms struggle. But is it on the right or the wrong side of history? You decide.